What's good, old heads? It's your boy, Mr. Michael. Hey, check it out. My sister, D Mac Diva, couldn't make it on here with me today. But listen, when I tell you I had a blast with this one anyway, Jurin Asaya featuring Rapsody, come on now. And as it says in the title description, these pins, crazy work. Y'all gonna love this one. Let's get right into it. Alphas! Hey, man, listen. When I tell you that I've been so excited ever since I saw the news a while ago that this song was coming out on 11/18, I'm telling you, I was up early this morning waiting for the drop of this song so that I could get this to y'all. We had a little bit of a delay, so I'm kind of late. But hopefully y'all give me a little grace with that. But this is gonna be fire. I already know. Listen, I'm gonna do it a little bit different today. I'm gonna do it a little bit different than normal. Since I'm here by myself, I'm gonna go ahead and play the song. Because first I want to hear it. I want to fan out just like y'all. I want to hear it. But then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna play it again and I'm gonna do a detailed bar breakdown. Because I know it's gonna be required. Rhapsody is on this song with her, with Jurin Asaya. And like I already know that between the two of them, like Jiren is a beast anyway. And then you add Rhapsody to the mix, I already know it's gonna require a bar breakdown. So there's no way she dropped a solo single and it not be a little extra. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope y'all are looking forward to this. Thank y'all for being patient. Thank y'all for continuing to follow the old heads. We've gotten a couple of super thanks from some of our followers, over the last, month. And I appreciate that. We thank y'all so much for the support. Please continue to hit that thanks button and support us. But if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. As you can see at the top of our page, now we have our heading for, our Patreon and our X, or Twitter, whoever still calls it Twitter. We are on both. We're expanding into other platforms as well, but this is our home. But we'd appreciate y'all joining us in all of our platforms so that y'all will continue to get everything that we put out. But listen, that's enough talking. We're gonna get right into this. This is Jurin Asaya featuring Rapsody with PS118. And you know what? Ever since I realized, or ever since I saw the advertisement that the song PS118 was coming out, I was like, XG always does things on the next level. So I'm wondering, what the hell does PS118 mean? And I've been sitting up like thinking about it. I could not figure it out. And then I just happened to like be scrolling through the internet and doing this, that, and the other. And it dawned on me when I saw a post from someone else. I was like, this might be a reach. It might be a reach. This is just me starting the video off with a reach, and I ain't even broke down no bars yet. But PS118 and a lot of their videos before, we've seen them. And I think one time I even made a reference to I wonder what their faith is, what their belief is. Because I do remember them, referencing God and referencing, their faith in Christianity and stuff like that. Now I'm not sure if that's what it is, or I could be way off. But PS118, it makes sense to me that just may be Psalms 118. Because in Psalms 118, it refers to giving honor to God, thanking God. So I'm wondering if, if this PS118 might not, refer to Psalms 118. I could be wrong. I'm sure the alphas are going to let me know. But that's my first reach. But without further ado, let's get right into this. Let's start banging it. All right, y'all. Let's go. I like that beat.
Talk to him. Destination out of this world is space travel. level. New heights, I'm seeing new lights or change levels. More space is raised an exhibition. XG on an expedition. Light speed, go to extra distance. Shooting stars when you blink, then I bet you miss it. I want the galaxy, baby, you want the recognition. Everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm planning transmission.
Make the planet shift with my gift, I'm an alien. Earth by the sun, see the skin on me radiant. Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Surface level rap, I ain't never been as lame as them. Gamma ray rap, put the light to the mic, yeah. Distance between me and them, I'm a light year. 5.88 trillion miles off. I'm still send directions back home for the lost ones.
Proceed with caution, cause the G's can make you nauseous. XG's a group of Martians. You know when I rock it, you get blasted in the process. No nonsense, and they know that the flow cosmic. You rap or not, I'm just floating on a track like an astronaut. And I'm dunking on your planet when I pass the rock. I got a vision when I drop it, so you gotta listen. Making a movie like Apollo missions.
Know what it cost me, know what it costs us. Gotta bring the heat, it's a big bang process. Combination reach, they seeing a meridian. I get around like Pac, I be traveling. They don't want no Star Wars, they don't want to battle with a quasar. Send them black hole, that's a favor. Frequency high, they don't even cross my radar. Impact looking like the moon, all these craters.
Travel too close to the globe, that's where the rays are. You set the bar too low, that's why we radar. 7 dots on your screen like stars gotta claim us. I just do what I do and I do till we paid off. Oxygen level low, vapors is all I'm breathing in. How to hit a Rapsody, the queen, no bohemian. 8 bar pass off with ease, so convenient. I see the play, earth is feeling crowded, so I need a space.
Get off my way, get off my way. Volatile, don't follow rules, I don't behave. From my thoughts to my style, sharper than a blade. I'm a different type of grade, and I mean that with shade. Anointed by the cosmos, you can't relate, so get off my wave, get off my wave, get off my wave, let me be. This is higher intellect from a legend MC.
Every time I go and I feel anointed, I'm like Christopher Nolan on anointment. The way I push it back to the limit seems like I'm double jointed. I've been appointed, my employment is recording these tracks just for your enjoyment. I'm excited, hope you feel the raps. Punching like Tyson in science, I'm near the grass. Spaced out, but I'm grounded like I'm near the grass. Do this with the passion, you see the flash. I write like firefighters, I feel the draft.
Yo, 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 yo. Man, I'm about to have some fun with this one. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, them transitions though. 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar, 8 bar. And the transition between the two, it wasn't just like stylistically like perfectly meshed together, but the transition of the wordplay ran from the last bar of Jurin into the first bar of Rhapsody and vice versa. And they just played off each other back and forth. And even the tones that they used in the way that they delivered the raps was perfectly meshed together. Oh my God, this is gonna be so much fun. Once again, I did see, I read that this was produced, by Jacobs. Chancellor had his hand in this, and damn, I'm sorry, y'all. I know there was another gentleman, and I'm sure y'all gonna put it in the comments. I forgot, who the third producer was, but it's somebody that's produced, music for XG before. But the production, I love the way that they took the sound. It's kind of like 90s, kind of early 2000s vibe. The DeLorean, they didn't even mention it, but the DeLorean was everything. The Back to the Future, kind of, time travel sort of thing. Bruh, at the end when she okay, listen, can y'all tell I'm excited about this? Listen, these pens was working crazy overtime. Crazy overtime. Y'all, bear with me. I'm going back. I'm going back to the beginning. I got to get these bars. I'm on here by myself today. I got to get these bars. This is my time to play. And I know they were sick. And each and every one of them lines, as I was listening to them, it was like, man, there's something I want to say about each one of them, but I wanted to hear it the first time. Now we're about to dig into them. So, man, listen, let's go. Let's go. First of all, I know I'm stopping too soon already, but first of all, that was some gangster, like how she just busted in with "Let me talk to him." That was some old school flavor right there, and she just basically said, "I'm about to talk my shit." So hey, here I go. Man, I'm loving everything about this. I feel like a little kid right this second. I'm sitting over here all geeked up and jittery, trying to wait. Man, come on.
Affirmative. Missile and invalidation. Affirmative. Pressurization complete. Affirmative.
Let me talk to him. Destination out of this world is space travel. New heights, I'm seeing new lights, so change levels.
Even that line right there, that gave me sort of a feeling. Destination out of this world. She's basically saying that our goals are bigger than like our what's the word I'm trying to think for it? Our word, our there's nothing, there's no space, there's nothing here on earth that can contain our goals. Like our missions are so much bigger than than what the average person has for our group. He says destination, my mission, my goal, our what we're trying to accomplish here is bigger than all of that. Our destination's out of this world. And she mentioned space travel. You know what I'm saying? And like let me look because I'm sitting up here rambling. I missed that second line. Let me go back to it. Let me go back to it.
Travel, new heights, I'm seeing new lights, so change levels.
Yeah, so that's what I thought. New heights, I'm seeing new lights. It's like we think about everything that XG has already accomplished and we watched them, me and Mac Diva, we watched the documentary with y'all and just seeing what they've already accomplished. And she's saying like since the day we started and during our hiatus and all the things that we've experienced, it's like, okay, now we've reached here. It's like now we're seeing new heights, seeing new lights. You know what I'm saying? Um, saying that like we now we have bigger goals than what we've already accomplished. We've gotten a chance to see so much and we've grown and we've developed and we've become, even bigger than what we were when we first built this thing. And now what we're what we thought we wanted in the beginning is even bigger now. You know what I'm saying? It's like we realize that we can go even farther than we originally thought we could. And it's like so now we've reached new heights and now we're seeing new lights. There's new stars we want to reach for. It's like that. Man, listen. All right, let's go.
More spaces, raised an exhibition. XG on an expedition. Like
That I thought that line right there was dope too. She said more space, right? More space. This race is an expedition or exhibition. Um, you know, I said this once before how I thought it was dope how each, as a collective, the group was so dope together. You know what I'm saying? But we all knew that each member of XG was super talented in their own, arena. So it's kind of like her saying, because I'm sorry, and I'm gonna go back because I also heard when I first saw that she was releasing this song when they were doing the promo. I saw, I'm not gonna say a lot of people, but I saw some people questioning, "Oh my God, is Jurin, going solo? Is she doing her own thing?" And she's basically in this bar where she says, this race is an exhibition. You know what I'm saying? XG is on an expedition and she's basically saying XG we are unified more than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like we got a goal that we trying to reach. We on a mission. XG is on an expedition. We're traveling this journey together. But this is an opportunity for me to exhibit that I have skills. You know what I'm saying on my own. And I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing this from each one of XG's members. While we wait for this release in January, we're going to be seeing, or even on the album, maybe if we don't see them prior to the album, on the album, there's going to be opportunities for each member to, to exhibit their own style, their own skill, within that realm. But don't get it twisted. Jiren is letting you know I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? This is an XG expedition. This is right here. This is just an opportunity for me to showcase what I got. You know what I'm saying? And what better way to showcase what you got than to have Rhapsody on a song with you? That speaks volumes right there. Volumes. So, all right, let's get into it.
So change levels, more space is first an exhibition. XG on an expedition. Light speed, go to extra distance. Shooting stars when you blink, then I bet you miss it. I want the galaxy, baby, you want the recognition.
Okay, so I'm sorry, y'all got to deal with me. I told you I wanted to go back through and break this down. Um, you know, light speed, go the extra distance. That even covers what we talked about all the way back to when we were watching the documentary about how hard these girls work. Like this is something that's unknown right now in the industry. You know, these girls are willing to put in the work to do whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? So when she says light speed, that means like we're blowing up fast. We moving, we on a mission, but we willing to work twice as hard as everybody else to accomplish this mission. So that's why she says shooting stars, which is also a playback to their song Shooting Stars. Yeah, just thought about that. They have a song called Shooting Star. But anyway, after playing off the Shooting Stars, she says, when you blink, I bet you miss it. You know, and that plays back to the light speed or the extra distance. She's saying we moving fast. This thing is on the move. And you know what I'm saying? If you sleep on us, if you're not paying attention, this thing is gonna reach a height that you know what I'm saying, that you're not ready for before you can even grab hold to it. You know what I'm saying? We're going with or without you. So, you take your eyes off of us if you want to, but we going. You know what I'm saying? Then she says, I want the galaxy. Y'all want the recognition. It's like that is so fitting to what we watching nowadays, in music. Everybody trying to get that fast, make that one hit, you know what I'm saying? Wear the bling, they trying to fit into the trend so that they can get recognized and blow up. And they saying we willing to take the steps, we willing to work hard, which already plays back into the go the extra mile, you know what I'm saying, or the extra distance, you know, phrase. You know, she's saying we willing to put in the work. We willing to do whatever we want to do because we want to take over the world. We're not here just for some quick, fly by night sort of thing where, XG becomes some sort of like, sensation and then they gone the next day. They're like, nah, we trying to be here for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can go ahead and get that recognition. And while y'all getting the recognition, you might be sleeping on us. But by the end of this thing, we taking over. We taking over, I promise.
Recognition, everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm cutting transmission. Yeah.
Make the plan.
Yo, I didn't catch that at first. Everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm cutting transmission. Listen, everything is moving the way that I planned it, which is a double because it's not only is it moving the way that I plan it, but she's using the word planet as she's dropping this super space scheme that she's using for this first verse. Then she says, I'm cutting transmission. And you heard the song, and she kind of, you know what I'm saying? It had that sound like she was losing, like, hello, hello, I can't hear you. Like she was losing transit. It reminds me of that movie. I don't know how many of y'all have seen that movie Armageddon, where, this giant, asteroid is coming and they're saying it's going to destroy the earth. So they send out these people out into space to destroy the asteroid. So, but they get to a point to where they have to slingshot around the moon so that they can come back to earth even faster and harder and this, that, and other and land. But first they have to land on this comet. So as they go to slingshot around the comet, when they hit the other side of the comet, they lose transition, which are transmission. Why are my words jacked up today? Maybe it's because I'm super excited. But they lose transmission. And it's like there's a point where nobody can hear them. We can't hear you. We drowning out all the noise. You know what I'm saying? This is what I said. I said what I said. We about to do it. You know what I'm saying? And when they hit that other side, it's just them and their talent and their skill and everything else until they come back to a point to where, you know what I'm saying, they're around the other side, the black side of this comet, where they can finally, get the transmission from, NASA again. But it just reminds me of that, the vision of that. It's like when they faded out the voice and put that little effect on there, it sounded like, okay, we at the point now where we drowning out everything. We drowning out all the noise. We drowning out everything. You know what I'm saying? And and it plays all the way into everything else she said in this verse. It's like I'm cutting transmission. I don't hear none of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right now we have a mission to accomplish. From this point on, it's all gas, no brakes. That was dope. And then the transition into Rhapsody, yo, all right.
Recognition, everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm cutting transmission. Yeah.
Make the planet shift with my gift. I'm an alien. Birthed by the sun, see the skin on me radiant.
Make the planet shift with my gift. I'm an alien. I like that she's playing into XG is known for the alien sky. I like that she played into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm one of y'all. That is a super dope shout out, basically, in them bars. But then she says, the glow from the sun, my skin, birth from the sun, my skin is radiant. It's like that can go so many different ways, birth from the sun. But that in real life, in science, which is basically what's being talked about in this rap so far, in science, you know what I'm saying? The sun is the giver of life. Basically everything, gets life from the sun. You know, she's talking about my skin is radiant, and that could relate to the complexion of her skin. That could, that could, pertain to how she gives off energy and light from the sun that she's giving off light and energy to the rest of the world. Like that could cover so many different things. I'm not going to ramble on about them, but that's definitely a double. I love that.
Blink, then I bet you miss it. I want the galaxy, baby, you want the recognition. Everything is moving the way that I planned it. I'm cutting transmission. Yeah.
Make the planet shift with my gift. I'm an alien. Birthed by the sun, see the skin on me radiant. Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Surface level rap, I ain't never been as lame as them.
Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Rhapsody has always been one of those artists that's like next level deep. She don't spit like surface level bars. She don't spit that kind of shit. D Mac Diva always says them ABCs, the honey, funny, and money rhymes. Rhapsody's always been that kind of stuff, kind of artist that spits stuff that makes you think, a conscious rap, but on a different level. And so everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. She's basically saying when I rap, I'm saying shit that's gonna make you think. That's my goal is to say stuff that's gonna make you think. You know what I'm saying? Surface level rap. I ain't never been as lame as them. You know what I'm saying? She's basically saying that I'm not gonna get out here and just spit no average shit just to get notoriety and stuff like that everybody else is spitting. I'm trying to get through to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to use this platform to do something with it. So I love that. I love that. But we all already knew that about raps.
Sun, see the skin on me radiant. Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Surface level rap, I ain't never been as lame as them. Gamma ray rap, put the light to the mic, yeah.
Yo, that was a bar. Gamma ray light. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I think I said that line wrong. I ain't finna mess up your bars. Hold on one second.
Rap, I ain't never been as lame as them.
Gamma ray rap. The rays from the sun, gamma rays, bringing light to the mic, which basically covers what I just got done saying as far as her trying to be more intellectual and more conscious and I'm bringing light. I'm bringing something inspiring. I'm bringing hope. I'm bringing all these things to the mic. I'm not just spitting random shit. I'm bringing life. She said light, but you know what I'm saying? She's basically bringing life to the mic with her words. It's like that's dope. That's dope.
Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Surface level rap, I ain't never been as lame as them. Gamma ray rap, put the light to the mic, yeah. Distance between me and them, I'm a light, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Everything I spit is for absorption in your cranium. Surface level rap, I ain't never been as lame as them. Gamma ray rap, put the light to the mic, yeah. Distance between me and them, I'm a light, yeah. 5.88 trillion miles off. Still send directions back home for the lost ones.
Distance between them. I'm a light year, and then goes in to break down the actual distance of a light year, which actually is not really a measurement of distance, it's a measurement of time. Just to say, 5.88 trillion is how much time it takes for light to travel around the earth. So when you're measuring a light year, it's the measurement of time. For those, I'm sure there's some people that already knew that, but for those of y'all that don't know that, but I'm not gonna get super sciencey on it. The amazing thing is that she said I'm a light year away from my nearest competitor, and then goes into breaking down just how much time it would take for you to catch me. And at that pace, if I'm still moving forward the way relativity works, you'll never catch me. It's basically what she just said, bro.
Distance between me and them, I'm a light year. 5.88 trillion miles off. Still send directions back home for the lost ones.
And still sending back home for the lost ones. That was dope because it goes back into what I just said a couple of lines ago, where speaking to conscious rap and this, that, and other, and she's saying that I'm at this level, but my platform has never taken me out of a space where I don't use it to come back and try to save the ones who don't get it. All these rappers and this, that, and the other that's out here right now just spitting random bullshit. And she's saying, I'm still trying to send vibrations back home, you know what I'm saying? Back to back to hip hop for the lost one, for the ones that don't get it. I'm still trying to save y'all. Y'all just ain't hearing me. I'm still trying to save y'all. Bruh.
A light year, 5.88 trillion miles off. Still send directions back home for the lost ones.
Proceed with caution, cause the G's can make you nauseous. XG's a group of Martians.
Bro, I was not expecting Jurin to be on here doubling, tripling on here. He said proceed with caution. Because the G's could make you nauseous. Think about this. She's talking about it's a blast off scheme. She's talking about blasting off into space, and she's saying that the G's, the force from our movement, the force from our energy, could make you nauseous. The G force. It's the force that, when you see in the movies when they taking off and they say put on your seatbelt and this, that, and other, and it pins them back to their seat. That's the G force. She's saying the G's can make you nauseous, but then also flip that into the G's, which is the first initial of the word girl. He says the G's could make you nauseous. The girls could make you nauseous. The double in there. And then flips it into XG's, a group of Martians. So she's basically using that to say the force of our movement can make you nauseous, but also saying proceed with caution. These girls can make you nauseous. Because we ain't like nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like you come for us or whatever, like we can make you sick to your stomach. Bruh. Okay, Jurin, barring. Let's go.
Proceed with caution, cause the G's can make you nauseous. XG's a group of Martians. You know when I rock it, you get blasted in the process. No nonsense, and they know that the flow cosmic.
See, she just said it. You don't want to and get blasted in the process. He's basically saying you don't mess around and get in our what do they call them, the blast radius. If they ever tell you, like, when a rocket takes off from NASA, they have to have everybody be a certain distance back from them, and or else that the blast of that rocket taking off could kill some stuff. And she's saying you don't want to be in our blast radius. you don't want to be there because we about to blast off. This is our warning shot. What is that? January 23rd, we finna blast off. You don't want to be in that radius.
XG's a group of Martians. You know when I rock it, you get blasted in the process. No nonsense, and they know that the flow cosmic. You rap or not, I'm just floating on a track like an astronaut, and I'm dunking on your planet when I pass the rock.
Yo, that was dope. You pay attention to it. She used that word to set up the next word. She said rap or not. You know what I'm saying? And then she said astronaut is a rap or not. You know what I'm saying? You think about that. That's a dope ass. I hope y'all start using that, Jurin. We not astronauts. We rap or not. Yeah, like play on word. Like that play on word. And if y'all start using it, yeah. All right. I got you.
Holding on a track like an astronaut, and I'm dunking on your planet when I pass the rock. I got a vision when I.
Yo, I'm dunking on a planet when I pass the rock is diabolical. I'm dunking on the planet when I pass the rock is diabolical. Planet is a rock. I'm dunking on all y'all. I'm dunking on all y'all. I'm dunking. And she didn't even say when I come to the rock. So she's not even saying when I come to Earth. You know what I'm saying? When these aliens come to Earth. She's saying I'm dunking on y'all when I pass y'all. I'm dunking on y'all when I pass y'all. Not when I get to y'all. Bruh. Bruh.
They know that the flow cosmic, you rap or not. I'm just floating on a track like an astronaut, and I'm dunking on your planet when I pass the rock. I got a vision when I drop it, so you gotta listen. Making a movie like Apollo missions.
No.
So you gotta listen. Making a movie like Apollo mission. Bro. I haven't heard a line yet that doesn't have a meaning. I haven't heard a filler line yet.
And I'm dunking on your planet when I pass the rock. I got a vision when I drop it, so you gotta listen. Making a movie.
I got a vision when I drop it, so you gotta listen. Making movies like Apollo mission. I've got a vision when I drop, so you gotta listen. Bruh.
Like Apollo missions.
Know what it cost me, know what it costs us. Gotta bring the heat, it's a big bang process.
Yeah. What it costs us. Gotta bring the heat. It's a big bang process. Bring the heat, big bang. Because if you're still going back to all the stuff that we've been talking about since the beginning of the song, when the comet, years ago in the ice age, the way that some believe, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, you can believe both. That don't get that twisted. You can believe both things happen. But anyway, I digress. When it crashed into the earth, it caused, the heat, the giant explosion, which then caused the ice age. It's a big bang process. Bring the heat. I don't think I really have to explain that to y'all because everybody's heard it. You know what I mean? But how dope it is, y'all need to pay attention to it.
Know what it cost me, know what it costs us. Gotta bring the heat, it's a big bang process. Culmination reach, they seeing a meridian. I get around like Pac, I be traveling.
Yo. Shout out to Tupac, first of all. Shout out to Tupac. She said, culmination reached. Culmination reached. Like, it's kind of like what we seeing right now. Rapsody on XG's song or on Jurin Asaya's song. And it's like we finally reached the point to where, and even us, reactors and the people in the States, we're at the point now where the whole world is seeing a culmination reach. But that's still just the beginning of it. The point was we trying to reach a point where everybody knows who we are. That part has already been reached. Now it's time to take them knowing who we are and show them just how dope we fucking are. But the fact that you've got Rapsody, they've been on tracks with, they've been recognized by Kehlani, Sierra, you know what I'm saying, to name a few others, you know what I'm saying? But people know who we are. You know what I mean? It's like, and then she said, I get around like Pac. I just gotta say, shout out. That's dope. Anyway, all right, let's get back.
A big bang process, culmination reach, they seeing a meridian. I get around like Pac, I be traveling. They don't want no Star Wars, they don't want to battle with a quasar. Send them black hole, that's a favor.
They don't want no Star Wars. that was talk your shit, Rapsody. Talk your shit. They don't want no Star Wars. They don't want no Star Wars. Yo. They don't want to battle with a quasar. Okay, so I told y'all I'm not going to get super sciencey. I'm going to try not to. But a quasar, and then she mentioned black hole too. You know what I'm saying? But first she said quasar, and a lot of people don't know because she started that off with Star Wars, which means she knows because she wouldn't have wrote that bar if she didn't know, which just goes to show how conscious she is and how intelligent she is. But you know, a quasar is one of the most powerful energy sources in the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's like they have the power level that's like impossible to compete with. It's like a quasar will destroy you. It eats stars. You know what I'm saying? It eats planets. You know what I'm saying? Which is where you go into the black hole bar. You know what I'm saying? She's basically saying, you come to compete against me. We don't just whoop you, we erase you. We make it as if you never existed. We have the power to make you disappear. You know what I'm saying? That's yo, that's a bar. That's a bar.
They don't want no Star Wars, they don't want to battle with a quasar. Send them black hole, that's a favor. Frequency high, they don't even cross my radar. Impact looking like the moon, all these craters.
Frequency high. They don't even cross my radar. That line caught my attention in the first part, the first time we played it. That was so dope. That was so dope. Frequency high. The frequency from, sound, frequency from sound. You know what I'm saying? So she's saying the frequency from my voice. Then you also get frequencies from energy. So she could say the frequency from my energy. She's saying that my shit is so high, they don't even cross my radar. Which anybody, they still playing into the space, the whole scheme of all that, because that's one of the things about radar is they say that you so far beneath me, because if you know anything about radar, you see in some of the movies and stuff all the time, they say that if you fly super low, if you fly too low to the ground, you know what I'm saying, you can't be picked up by radar. You know what I'm saying? Which is why you'll see, like, on missions and certain stuff like that, you'll see planes and all that kind of stuff flying low to the ground, in the mountains and stuff like that, because the radar can't pick them up because they so low. She's saying, I'm so far above you. I'm so far above you, the equivalent of you being low to the ground. I'm so far above you that my radar don't even see you. My frequency's so high, you don't even cross my radar. That's talk your shit. Talk your shit, Raps. That's what's up.
A battle with a quasar, send them black hole, that's a favor. Frequency high, they don't even cross my radar. Impact looking like the moon, all these craters.
Impact looking like the moon, all these craters, and the way she bent that word, crater, the way she bent that word was dope too. But you look at the moon and all the impacts from different things running into it, trying to knock it off, but bro, then my impact is looking like the moon. I'm destroying. I'm busting holes and shit with my bar.
Travel too close to the glow, that's where the rays are. You said the
Oh, wait, hold on. I ain't mean that. I got to talking on that last little part. Hold on. My fault, Jurin.
Send them black hole, that's a favor. Frequency high, they don't even cross my radar. Impact looking like the moon, all these craters.
travel too close to the glow, that's where the rays are. You set the bar too low, that's why we raise our
Bro, you traveling too close. That's where all the rays are. Because if you get too close to the sun, the rays from the sun will burn you up. That's where the rays are. But then flips it again and said, y'all set the bar too low. That's why we raise ours. Raise our. That's where the rays are. That's why we raise ours. Because y'all set the bar too low. Y'all putting out bullshit right now. We refuse to meet y'all on that level. We going to the next level. Y'all set the bar too low. That's why we raise ours. But the way she flipped that raise ours, come on now. Don't tell me you learning how to bend words, Jurin. You learning how to bend words. Oh my God. Let's go.
My radar, impact looking like the moon, all these craters.
travel too close to the glow, that's where the rays are. You set the bar too low, that's why we raise our 7 dots on the screen like stars gotta claim us. I just do what I do and I do till we paid us.
I caught the setup. But do y'all realize how detailed what she just did with the I do what I do? I do, bruh. Y'all are not even gonna be able to appreciate what she just did with that line. I do what I do, right? She said, I do what I do. There were two dudes in there. There were two dudes in there. She said, I do what I do. Our dues, because there's more than one do. You know what I'm saying? Dues is a plural. So I do what I do. So it could be dues, DUES, like we're like, which is what she said. We paid ours. But as a way to flip those, I do what I do, could have been DO''S. I do what I do. Our dues. Bruh, y'all are not gonna, if you're not a writer, if you're not a hip hop, you are not gonna appreciate how smooth that shit was. Oh my God, that just made me tingle. That was dope, Jurin. That was dope, Jurin. I love that.
7 dots on the screen like stars gotta claim us. I just do what I do and I do till we paid off. Oxygen level low, vapors is all I'm breathing. And how to hit a Rapsody, the queen, no bohemian.
Bro, are you getting better as the song goes on?
Razor, you set the bar too low. That's why we raise our 7 dots on the screen like stars gotta claim us. I just do what I do and I do till we paid off. Oxygen level low, vapors is all I'm breathing. And how to hit a Rapsody, the queen, no bohemian.
Oxygen level low. Okay, that's the first piece right there. Because the whole scheme, she's been talking about they outer space. And it's like when you get to a certain level, when you get to certain heights, you can't breathe. There's no oxygen up there. She's basically saying the oxygen level low. Oxygen level low where I'm at. You can't come where I'm at. But then shout out to hip hop. They always doing that. That's why I love them. Y'all ain't gonna catch that because it sounds like she's still in the breathing. I can't breathe. Breathing vapors. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in outer space. Space vapors is all I can is what I'm breathing right now. But that was a really under the radar shout out to hip hop. She said, vapors is all I'm breathing. She's basically saying hip hop because the song Vapors, Biz Markie. I think me and Diva talked about that on one of our previous episodes. Vapors is a synonymous like hip hop, anthem. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like she quietly under the radar threw a tribute to hip hop. Vapors is all I'm breathing. Hip hop is all I'm breathing. But then on the same fucking bar, pays tribute to fucking Rapsody because she's talking about the queen, the bohemian Rapsody. But you notice that she said queen, Rapsody, not bohemian. So think about that. She's paying homage to Rapsody, but she called her a queen, which she is. Rapsody is a queen, 100%. But she called her a queen. Rapsody, look at the double because no bohemian, because the group Queen had a song called Bohemian Rhapsody. Crazy work. Crazy. Crazy.
8-bar pass off with ease, so convenient. I see the play, Earth is feeling crowded, so I need a space.
Yeah, she said 8-bar pass off. That's what her and Rhapsody are doing right now. They spitting, it's 16s, but they spitting 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. They going back and forth. That's dope, which is also a tribute to hip hop. Because that's something that's synonymous. We used to do that back in the day, you know what I'm saying? You had groups like Run DMC, you had, all that, and they passed the mic, you know what I'm saying? That's a hip hop thing that they doing with this. Passing the back and forth. You spit 8, I'm gonna spit 8, that's dope. That's dope. That was kind of self-explanatory. I won't dig too far into that, but I loved it anyway.
Get a Rhapsody, the queen, no bohemian. 8-bar pass off with ease, so convenient. I see the play, Earth is feeling crowded, so I needed space.
Earth is feeling crowded, so I needed space. I feel the play. Earth is feeling crowded. So I needed space. Yeah. Yeah, she said that shit. Shots fired to all y'all trash ass artists that are coming out right now that are just not caring about the craft. And that's not everybody. I'm not throwing shade at the craft itself because there are a lot of amazing, amazing artists that are coming out right now. But there are still some that's basically taking advantage of this gift that we have called music. And she's basically saying, we're becoming saturated. It's too easy. Anybody with a computer can make an album nowadays. You ain't got to have no talent. Earth is feeling crowded. It's too many of y'all down here on this little basic level. I need some space. We need room to breathe so we can do what we do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be down here with y'all. We finna go up here. We can have room to really do some shit. Bro, I'm in love with the song. I'm gonna be bouncing the shit out this song probably all day. All right, y'all.
Convenient. I see the play, earth is feeling crowded, so I need a space.
Get off my way, get off my way. Volatile, don't follow rules, I don't behave from my.
She said, get off my wave. Get off my wave. You did. She's still doing the frequency thing. You know, that could even go back to like the music wave, like when you're recording, you know, it's a wave, you know. Uh it could be momentum, you know, it could be uh my lane, my personal lane, get out my space, um, stop stealing my bars. That could be all kinds of things right there. She's saying, get off my wave. You can't be me. You know what I'm saying? This is my space. This is my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Right here. Bruh. She said, I don't behave. She said, I don't behave. I don't follow the status quo. I don't follow the rules. I do it my way. That's that yo. Come on. I just keep saying, talk your shit. Y'all is talking shit.
Convenient. I see the play, earth is feeling crowded, so I need a space.
Get off my way, get off my way. Volatile, don't follow rules, I don't behave. From my thoughts to my style, sharper than a blade. I'm a different type of grade, and I mean that with shade.
See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm a different type of grade. You know what I'm saying? She said, and I mean that with shade. I'm saying it. It's no secret. I'm telling y'all ain't shit. I'm telling y'all can't fuck with me. I'm telling y'all don't want this. She, I mean that with shade. She ain't even try to hide it. That wasn't subliminal. I'm telling you, you can't fuck with me.
Follow rules, I don't behave. From my thoughts to my style, sharper than a blade. I'm a different type of grade, and I mean that with shade. Anointed by the cosmos, you can't relate. So get off my way, get off my way.
Anointed by the cosmos, you can't relate. Bro. All right.
Get off my wave, get off my wave, let me be. This is higher intellect from a legend MC.
Talk your shit. Higher intellect from a legend MC, and that you are. Rapsody, that you are a legend. Y'all, if y'all ain't I know y'all are here to see the XG reaction. You know what I'm saying? And y'all think it's super dope. You know what I'm saying? That an MC like Rapsody would get on a track with Jurin Asaya and do this, and that all these people sending shouts out and actually giving recognition to XG. But don't just do it half-heartedly. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, you know, Rapsody because because you heard she was a legend. If you don't know Rapsody, go check Rapsody out. Rapsody really is her. You know how niggas say I'm him. You know, Rapsody really is her. She really is her. Man, she really is her.
Wave, let me be. This is higher intellect from a legend MC.
Every time I go in, I feel anointed. I'm like Christopher Nolan on a Norman. The way I push it back to the
Bro. I think as the song went on while they was sitting there writing, whether she was writing, because I saw that she had writer's credits on the song. So she actually penned some of this. You know what I'm saying? I know she had the help from like, Chancellor, and I already know about what Chancellor do. So I'm not saying that she was all completely responsible for penning this whole thing, but she was in it. You know what I'm saying? She was in it. And even to spit it, the way because there's some cadences in there and there's some words in there and there's some vowels and consonants in there that blend in a way that you actually have to be able to spit to use them. And so I'm giving her all the credit for this. I don't give a fuck if anybody else helped her with it or not. This her. She did this shit. And from what I'm listening to right now, it sounds like as the song went on, it's like she got to feeling it even more. It's like as she's writing this, and I've done this before, so I understand. You start out, you might be in the booth or whatever, you hear the track and you feeling it, you start penning, and then as the song goes on, you like, oh shit. And then you start feeling it even more and more. And by the end of the song, like you just really dropping nukes on the mic. That's what she doing right now. As the song has gone on, she's gotten harder and harder and harder. She said, every time I go in, I feel anointed. Bruh, which actually brings me back to the beginning of this video when I said I wondered if this song was related to the PS118, Psalms 118, you know what I'm saying, giving thanks to God. And she's saying, every time I go in this booth, I feel anointed, which would tie those two together somewhat, right? Or is that still just me reaching? She said, I feel anointed. And the phrase anointed or the word anointed by definition is chosen by God. Yeah. I don't think I'm reaching. I don't think I'm reaching. Deal with it. If I am, I am. I'm riding with that one. I'm riding with that one. She's basically saying that this is my calling. It's not just talent that I have here. God gave me this. This is my calling. This was my gift. This is the thing we all have. God gave us all a gift. This is the thing that he gave me that I'm supposed to do. So y'all are not gonna stop me from doing it. I'm like Christopher Nolan on a Newman. Yeah. So some of y'all may not. Christopher Nolan is a director, um, film director, movie director, who's really known for doing things kind of off the cuff, kind of known for doing things a little crazy, doing things his own way and not really following, you know, from the way that he directs, the equipment that he uses, this, that, and the other. He doesn't do things traditional. You know what I'm saying? He's known for that. So she's basically saying, I'm Christopher Nolan on a Newman, which is a microphone, which is one of the highest grade microphones that you can get your hands on, a Newman microphone. So I'm Christopher Nolan, which means I do things my own way. I'm 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 extraordinary on this microphone. Is basically what she's saying. I'm masterful. I'm a master of this microphone, bro.
Get on my wave, let me be. This is higher intellect from a legend MC.
Every time I go in, I feel anointed. I'm like Christopher Nolan on a Norman. The way I push it back to the limit seems like I'm double jointed. I've been appointed.
Push it back to the limit, which buys into what I just said. Different words, different terms, but goes back to what I said at the beginning of this when I was talking about shout out to the DeLorean. Shout out to the DeLorean, Back to the Future. She says, I push it back to the limit. So it was her way of kind of referencing that without using the exact title. That was dope. That was dope how she played that in there. You would not have caught that, but that was dope how she used that.
Anointed, I'm like Christopher Nolan on a Norman. The way I push it back to the limit seems like I'm double jointed. I've been appointed my employment.
Push it back to the limit. I'm double jointed. Yo. Yo. All right.
Seems like I'm double jointed. I've been appointed my employment. It's recording these tracks just for your enjoyment.
I'm right. I don't give a damn what you say. I know I'm right now because I was just talking about how being anointed means you were chosen. Being anointed, PS118, Psalms 118, giving thanks unto God. I was anointed. I was chosen by God to do this. And she just said, I was appointed. I was appointed, which is being chosen. I was appointed. I was chosen. My employment is spitting raps just for y'all enjoyment. So she's still going back to even the PS118, to the title. She's playing off the title right now. She's saying, I was chosen to do this. I just said that. I just said that. Y'all can't tell me nothing. Y'all can get in these chats all you want to and tell me I'm wrong, and you ain't gonna make me believe it. I'm sorry. Jurin herself gonna have to contact me and tell me that I was wrong with that one.
Seems like I'm double jointed. I've been appointed. My employment is recording these tracks just for your enjoyment. I'm excited. Hope you feel the raps. Punching like Tyson in science. I'm Neil deGrasse.
Yo. Punching like Tyson. I'm Neil deGrasse. So she basically doubled that Tyson word. I'm punching, I'm hitting hard like Tyson. But I'm meticulous, scientific with these bars, like Neil deGrasse, whose last name is Tyson. Hitting hard like Tyson, but with precision like Neil deGrasse Tyson, who also, I believe, is astrophysicist, but with space. So they still playing into the outer space with Neil deGrasse. This whole thing, this pen work is crazy.
Hope you feel the raps. Punching like Tyson in science. I'm Neil deGrasse. Spaced out, but I'm grounded like I'm Neil deGrasse. Do this.
And then she doubled the Neil deGrasse. She doubled the Tyson with the Neil deGrasse, and then doubled the Neil deGrasse with I'm nailed, but she said Neil. She said Neil to grad. She said Neil to grad. But the way that she bent the words sound like grounded, like I'm nailed to grads. Spaced out, nailed to grads. You know how, like, those that, do the extracurricular activities when they smoke, another word for getting high is sometimes they be spaced out. There's a quadruple in that fucking bar. Tyson, Neil deGrasse Tyson, Neil to grass, nailed to grass, spaced out. Do your own homework. That was fuck.
Enjoyment, I'm excited. Hope you feel the raps. Punching like Tyson in science. I'm Neil deGrasse. Spaced out, but I'm grounded like I'm Neil deGrasse. Do this with the passion. You see the flash. I write like firefighters. I feel the draft.
Yo, wait. I didn't catch that either. Hold on.
Grass, spaced out, but I'm grounded like I'm Neil deGrasse. Do this with the passion. You see the flash. I write like firefighters. I feel the draft.
Yo.
Grass, spaced out, but I'm grounded like I'm Neil deGrasse. Do this with the passion. You see the flash. I write.
Do this with a passion. You see the flash. Those could be cameras flashing, but it's deeper than that. With this next part of that bar,
like firefighters, I feel the draft.
That. So, me and Diva always talk about how everything that we talk about, we can relate to a movie because me and Diva are big movie buffs. But anyway, there's a movie called Backdraft. It's about fire. Bro, that scheme was so fucking hard. In the movie Backdraft, Kurt Russell plays a firefighter. One of the themes of the movie is that fires have a backdraft. That they have a backdraft. And it flashes. Basically, when you take the oxygen out of a room, when a fire is burning, you take the oxygen out of the room and the fire, kind of the way that they described it, it turns into a monster. It goes into a corner and hides because there's no oxygen. But the minute you introduce it to oxygen, the backdraft from that flame flashes and kills everything in front of it. Like an explosion, like a bomb. So it's like basically if you've got a room and the fire, if you've got a room in your house that's on fire and it seems like it's real calm and the fire is not burning that bad, but like as soon as and they always tell you that if a house is on fire, don't break the window because then you introduce oxygen to the fire, which gives it life and it's just going to make the fire go even bigger. So now she's describing in two different lines. You see the flash. I feel the flash. She's basically saying, this motherfucker about to ignite. You get it? Feel the draft, backdraft. Flash, but it goes deeper. Do you know that drafting is what they call what they do? Like, say for instance, if they're in an area or whatever where the fire truck runs out of water and they don't have a water source, like there's no fire hydrant there, but there's a river or something, or sometimes they might have to throw it in a pool in somebody's backyard to get water to fight this fire. You know what I'm saying? And when they actually use the equipment on the truck to suck water out of that body of water, like the river, the lake, the pond, pool, whatever is nearby, to fill the engine, it's called draft. So all of that fit in that scheme. Who the fuck thinks of that? Who the fuck sits down and thinks of that? Do you understand how much thought you got to put into making that whole rhyme scheme what it was? If y'all don't appreciate the bars in this song, man, y'all don't appreciate the bars in this song. It's bruh. As a fellow rapper, an ex-rapper, too old now, but as an ex-rapper and writer still to this day, and you've seen me on this show, me and Diva all the time, and Diva laughs at me because she knows, like I know you will, when she makes comments about me getting lost in hip hop, getting lost in these bars, and I try my best to save y'all from me getting lost in these bars all the time. Oh my god, this was so much fun. Hold on, I think there's still a couple seconds
Like
left.
I'm near the grass, do this with the passion. You see the flash, I write like firefighters. I feel the draft.
And then at the beginning, she was talking about how you don't want to get caught in in their space when she takes off. And at the end of the video, they got her taking off. Don't be in my radius when I take off. And they got her taken. Yo, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave it here. That was masterful. Listen, this isn't just me. This isn't just me fan guying over XG. Y'all know I love it. This isn't just me fan guying over XG. The bars in this song were masterful. Masterful. The cadence, the pattern, the transition, the double, triple, the scheme of the whole thing. And then tying, think about how detailed that is because they stayed in both arenas the whole time. Even Rhapsody when she was talking about rays from the sun and all that other kind of stuff. And they took life, they took hope, they took faith, they took extraordinary, they took interstellar, and threw all that shit in a pot, mixed it all up, dumped it out on a notepad, gave y'all it. I love it. I love it. That was so much fun. Listen, thank y'all for taking a minute and just letting me geek out over some bars for a little bit. I hope y'all stayed to the end. If you did, appreciate y'all. If you like this video, please click that like button. If you're not already subscribed, please hit the subscribe tab. Make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you'll know whenever we drop new stuff. Follow us on Patreon. Follow us on X. I still call it Twitter. Follow us on X. If you feel it in your heart to send us a thank you or send us a super thanks and help contribute to the channel, we always appreciate that since we can't monetize most of this stuff. But even if we can't, it don't matter to us because Diva and I have a blast doing this. And I thank y'all for sitting with me and enjoying my company this time. I enjoyed y'all. And I promise Diva will be with us the next time. But I'm gonna get out y'all here, man. And I'm going back. I'm gonna eat some more of this. I'm gonna eat some more. Hey, y'all, as my sister is gonna always tell y'all, and since she ain't here, it's my responsibility today. But make sure y'all share, share, share. All right. Love y'all. To the next one. Jurin!